Hello guys, and welcome back to my allotment. As you can tell, I still have a bit of a sore throat, and today is much better, a lot more comfortable, not as hot and not as muggy, but still nice, which is ideal for what I need to do today, and that is checking out my first early potatoes. I'll only be starting off by digging maybe a row or two out just to have a look at them, because they do look like they're dying off. Whether they're going to be any good, I suppose we'll find out today. And there's some raw beans I can also pick. I will pick a few of them today as well. But another job, or a couple of jobs I will do today. First of all, the greenhouse. I need to sort the tomato plants out. I bought some new canes. I'll get some canes in there as well and get in tight to the canes. And also my raspberry bushes. Last time I was here, I actually caught a blackbird taking off the raspberries, which has never happened before. I've always had a good bunch of raspberries, but this year I wondered why I hadn't got any. Of course, no one knows why. The birds have had them. So I bought some more canes. I've already started doing what I want to do. I've got a few canes in, put some string on, and I'm going to attach these discs to them. But I've got these little spinny things as well, mainly for decoration, but might also deter the birds a little bit. We'll see what happens. So I think the first job today I will do is just having a look at them potatoes. And as a start, I can get a few decent ones in. We haven't had much rain. We did have a storm the other day, but it didn't really produce that much rain. So certain things will need a good watering. I'm thinking about starting off with my corns, put the sprinkler on and just leave it on while I'm doing some work on the plot itself. But I bought some this feed as well, which is supposed to be good for like tomatoes and stuff like that. So I'm going to mix some of this in my watering can, and things in my raised bed I will use that, and maybe even my French beans, and give that a go, and we'll see what happens. Let's see if it is a miracle, because apparently plants supposed to grow twice as big, but I can use these on the plants as well in the raised bed and that. But anyway, I'm going to grab a fork now. I'm going to go over to the first set of potatoes and we'll have a look together just to see if they're any good. So fingers crossed they are. Back in a minute. I'll just grab this tub just to see what we get. Not sure what to expect. This ground is very dry, so I'm wondering if because the heat maybe. So digging a couple up just to have a look is not going to hurt anything. And looking at that, actually, you know something? Them are not looking bad. Them are not looking bad at all. Not tons of them. And like I said, it is bone dry, the ground is. Oh, there's a bit of dampness under there. Ah, small one there. But if I can get potatoes like that, I'll be happy with that actually. Because like I said before, first lot of potatoes are never going to be that big anyway. Because they are more for like boiling and but I'll continue doing this row. We'll have together at the end what I've got. But again, I think I'll only do one row. that is my first row of early potatoes picked, and they are looking a lot better than expected. I'm actually really happy. These are quite a few smaller ones, which is good for boiling the skin potatoes, like I said before, and the bigger one's good for mashed potato. But I've also got my first solid broad beans, and I've also picked a little bit of lettuce, which should be ideal for sandwiches for work in the week. In fact, it won't be long before I break up from work, and I get then 6 weeks off, which means I can spend quite a bit of time up here, because there's still plenty of jobs to do up here, including my seating area and getting my pond in as well. But that's something I can do in my holidays, because I'll have more time to do that. But before I show you what I picked, I want to show you the broad beans, because I've got black fly. That's as good as a tripod. As you can see, I've got black fly. I do have ants on them, which means they probably will be eating them. But yeah, this is something you've got to watch, is black fly. Because yeah, black fly is not really a good thing to have on your plants. But anyway, let's show you now what I have picked. If you are seeing black insects on your plants, you are likely dealing with black fly, which are actually a species of sap-sucking aphid. They cluster densely on soft young stems and the underside of leaves, stunning growth and occasionally spreading plant viruses. So that is my first pick of crops of the year. And you can see the potatoes actually looking really good. There's some smaller ones. I believe you have to be careful with the potatoes that's got green on their skin. Apparently they are not good to eat. That's because they've been exposed to sunlight. So I think I've got a couple. So to be on the safe side, I will just get rid of them, because I don't fancy being ill again. But yeah, other than that, yeah, looking alright then, you know. That's just for one row of potatoes. There's still a lot more to go. My first pick of broad beans, and there's a nice amount of broad beans there. And of course, a few lettuce. Some of them don't look great, but I can break them off, throw them away, and that'll be good for sandwiches for work. So I kind of think that's okay, actually. It's not too bad at all. Happy with that. And I still have a lot of rows to go, yeah. But I could just keep coming every week or 2 weeks, and I could just keep picking what I need then. Ideal then. And then by the time they're finished, my lab potatoes will be ready as well. So, happy days. And looking good so far. Anyway, I'm going over to my next job now, which is my raspberries, to try and stop the birds. Back in a minute. It is actually now the next day, because the little bit of footage I've recorded on my raspberries, for some reason, disappeared. And as you can tell, my voice has got considerably worse. I think next few days I won't be able to talk at all, the way things are going. But I've completed what I need to do around by the raspberries. Put the cane drain, I put these little spinny things on top as well, and it seems we're doing a good job. No more raspberries have been took, and I bought a few discs on some string as well. So that's looking much better. I'm trying to get out of it without treading on anything. So I'm hoping that will stop the birds. Time will tell. If I can get a few raspberries, I'll be happy. But like I said, nothing seems to be touched now, so we'll go from there. So yes, and the next time I come down, my next job, I want to clear the seating area, because it's quite a mess at the moment. I thought it could be quite a big job, but when we've got some wood chippings, I might as well get it done. Yeah, it is quite a mess. But I think most of this week I'll just be able to pull up and then just recover the lot with tarpaulin, or, well, this stuff I got down here. And then get some fresh wood chippings from the top. So there's still plenty of jobs to do. And I'm due to break up from work soon as well for the summer holidays. So there's going to be plenty of time to get on top of things around here and get it nice and tidy. Yeah, but in the meantime, thank you for joining me. And thank you for liking and subscribing and your comments as well. And I'll catch you on my next video. Take care, everyone.